Jeez. Always with the technical difficulties, right? What's happening, guys? It's hump day. What is going on? Comes like live time. Oh, how's everybody doing? Midway through the week. Today was a day. It's a weird day. I'll tell you what's going on, guys? Who's out there, huh? Yo, 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 yo. Everybody there? What's going on? What's going on, guys? How you doing? I'm with Tia here. What's up, buddy? What's going on, Mr. Eric Patterson? Alan Jason. Got Jose right here. The Dodgers ended up winning last night. I hope not. But then I hope so at the same time. What's going on, Daniel? What's going on, Jesse? Got Javier's fandom right here. I know, always with the technical. I know. Finally back in the United States. Oh, that's good. Where were you? Already needed. No, it wasn't the computer this time. This time it was something different. And then I'm actually going to be getting a new computer. Yeah. It's in the cart, ready to go. Just making sure before I hit, full-on purchase order. I'm like, is this the right one I want? It's just I get a little, you get a little hesitant and you're going to make a purchase like that. It's like, is this the one? Is this the one? Because we're going to be having a long relationship where I'm going to abuse the shit out of it. See, that's the thing. It's going to handle the abuse that I'm going to, give it. That's what I think about it. Indian? What does that mean? What's going on? What's going on? How's it going? Like too. We got Mama Film Junkie here. What's up? We got Chris. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Thank you. That's what Nicotina said. The Dodgers suck, but in fact they don't, because they are the world champions. I mean, even though it's not technically the world, you play the World Series, but it's relatively just America. I guess they can't change it to the America series. It's American series, I guess, right? Because that would just sound too weird. What's going on, Eric? How you doing, bud? Yeah, Joey here. You guys in the plumber life thing. I love it. I'm going to just make a shirt with that. What? You're going to ask me what? What's going on? Is Emmerich fired yet? I think we would hear about that if we knew that. That's for damn sure. We got Jason McKenzie there too. What's going on, guys? Yeah, go Dodgers. Go Dodgers. Yeah. Today was a weird one. So much where I'm like, you know what? Pour a little vino for the show. Cheers. A little red wine for the show right there. That's for damn sure. It's just only reason why it was weird is because regular work. We had like a conference call, and it was just, I don't know, for some reason it was just kind of, I've only been with this new job for about a little over a month now, and then just kind of seeing how it all works and how the whole thing, like remote, how you do it remote, this job, which of course I've been in the industry for 15 years or whatever. But, well, I guess I could say when it comes to this portion of the industry, I've been in this portion of the industry probably about 9 years. And and it was just kind of funny because I was just listening, and I was listening to our boss, I guess you could say, kind of get all huffy puffy about a lot of things. I mean, which made sense in a certain way. So I was just kind of going, huh. And then naturally you get put on the spot. And he even said, Dave, I'm going to put you on the spot. What do you think, don't be afraid to make anybody mad, but what would you think that would help out this situation? And it was just kind of like, really? You're going to do that? Can't do that. I mean, I did put in my input, of course, but it wasn't where I was going like, the way things are going, snaps fucking, I didn't, there are some things where I kind of go, hey, well, so I had to like think of like a way being put on the spot, even though I didn't have like a camera on me or anything like that. It was all audio. It was just kind of going, okay, how do I say how we can get things a little bit back on track without sounding like a dick? Yeah, that was the struggle today. So anyways, Jonathan with a super chat. Thank you, sir. First time watching live. Just quit my crappy. Well, there you go. Well, hopefully you're doing good. I mean, it's always nice to quit a job, but hopefully you got something or at least something saved up where you're going to be good for a bit. I mean, yeah, there's nothing like quitting a shitty job, man. Nothing like doing that, man. It's such a relief. You know, my best quitting of a job. Let's see. Because usually I've done, when it comes to anytime that I've quit a job, usually I do you try to do the right thing, especially if you're within an industry and you're going to be going somewhere else. You don't want to leave. You want to burn a bridge. Okay. You don't want to just like, as you're leaving, you know, you walk off slow motion and just toss the fucking, you know, you don't want to do that. I want to do that. But my very first job that I had, I worked at KFC as a fry cook. Horrible job. Hated it. It's very difficult. I can't even really, I mean, I'll go to KFC I've been to KFC recently for their new spicy chicken sandwich they got, because, you know, there's still that chicken sandwich war that's happening. And I'm all for a good chicken sandwich. They have a good chicken sandwich, but I can't eat like the regular chicken anymore because, you know, I was 2 years doing that, frying that stuff up. And then finally one morning, I was already working a second job as a busboy. So I was making more money over there, obviously, you know, because I would get tips and shit like that. And it's just, you know, just making more money. And I was just kind of over the whole KFC chickens coming home smelling like, you know, like grease and shit like that. And fried chicken, of course, which I guess not that bad, but still. And then I get in there, you know, because I was like the opening, you know, I would open, you know, be the opening cook, I guess you could say. And when I walked in, man, my the boss lady, no hi or good morning, blah, blah, blah. No, it was just because, you know, she was I see you. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. And she just started barking at me like about just because like, oh, regional managers come in, this, that, and this, ha, 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 ha. And it was just like, all right, so we had to be on top of our game. Everything had to be good. Everything, you know, oh, the regional manager's coming. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And so she's barking, just orders at me. And then what does she and the other manager do? Oh, they decide, oh, we're just going to mosey over to Starbucks. That's right. We're going to go to Starbucks and get some breakfast and get some, you know, a coffee and blah, blah, blah. Didn't ask anybody else if they wanted anything, you know, just them, you know. They didn't ask anybody else, not the sides lady, not me, not nothing. Maybe I wanted a coffee or something, you know? Could have been nice. No. Just barking orders. So I was like, you know what? As soon as they were gone, I wrote a note, put it on the desk in the office, said, this is Dave Pena. I quit. I walked right out. Say goodbye to the sides lady. You know, hopefully you're good. And I just walked out, man. What's going on, Mr. Chris Barton? So yeah, so that was just that was my story about you know, just full on just saying F you. I wish I would have just like walked out and said it to her face, like, hey, I quit. Good luck. Preparing your kitchen now. Yeah, that was fun. And I literally, when I drove away, I had my middle finger out and I was like, yeah, that's right. I just walked away from that job. Didn't look back, and it turned out pretty good, right? I think I'm okay because now I do YouTube videos. Anyways, that was a little reach into my life. What's going on? 2 p.m. in Ireland here, so usually only see half the stream, but I'm thinking you're meaning 2 a.m., right? But we'll catch the rest tomorrow. Well, thank you, Mr. Chris McKevy. I'm bad with names. I'm trying to like think of like, because at first I was going to call you McAvoy. So, but anyways, have you been back there since? Oh, that was like 19 years ago. Jesus Christ. Now my hip hurts. No, I didn't go back to that KFC for a long time. And it's actually funny too, because the KFC that I did my orientation, you know, the first day orientation, literally the KFC that's right up the street from me. Crazy how, you know, that just happens where they're like, hey, we're going to send you over here to orientation. And it's now literally up the street from where I live. Crazy. Full circle. They said it right at the end. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that, Chris. But yeah, All right. So, but anyways, that's a little bit into my the best time. Other than that, I've never really walked out and like quit like that. Never done that. Usually, I've tried to do the other thing. I mean, there was one job where they told me to leave. They did. They told me to leave, but that was only because of other people. I mean, that wasn't only because I see that's the thing. It's like I still internalize and I go, okay, I did mess up a little bit, but yes, there was outside people that also caused me to get let go. But still ended up working out for the best. Still good, still here, not on the streets. So, anyways. You're in Northern Ireland, so fun. Okay, so 2:15 a.m. But Film Junkie's worth it. Well, there you go, Mr. Barton. Appreciate that. So yeah, that's what's going on, man. Try the Chick-fil-A peach milkshake. I hear that it's pretty phenomenal. But anytime, see, that's the thing though. When it comes to milkshakes, that brings all the boys to the R's, and they're like, "It's better than yours." Sorry. No, when it comes to milkshake, I have to have to me, when it's like, if it's fruity, it's a smoothie. That's a smoothie. I know it's not technically, but still, I don't know. Anytime I want a milkshake, I got to have chocolate, or something like that. I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. It's difficult for me to get a fruity or strawberry milkshake or any kind of fruity type milkshake. I don't know. I just can't do it sometimes. I'm all about the chocolate. So anyways, guys, that's just me. I'm ridiculous. So anyways, guys, appreciate you clicking in, of course, on this Wednesday. Make sure you hit that like, thumbs up, and also hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. And then hit the join button, because I'll do members only vlogs after the shows, post shows. We did a post show stream last night for the members. It's basically just shooting the shit, get a little more tea, a little more information and stuff that I don't say on the live shows. I know, already a thumbs down. There's always going to be somebody like that, man. It's always the way it is. It's okay. Dave's one of those that says milk. What is it? Milk. Yeah, sorry. Milk. Tomato, frickin' tomato. But yeah, do that if you want to join the Patreon, of course. It was you. It was who? Yeah. See, I'm pretty sure it was Meg. See, now, watch. There's going to be another two. There's going to be another thumbs down now, because it's going to be either Jose or Meg. Watch, or Joey. Yeah, I see you guys out there. I see you, baby, shaking that ass. Remember that song? Jeez. Just one knuckle though. What? All right then. Anyways, well, thank you for clicking in. And like I said, if you want to join the Patreon, you could do that. And thank you to all the patrons out there. I did give you guys a little promo code if you guys wanted to jump into the Film Junkie closet and get yourself some shirts. And then, of course, I have a couple of new shirts, which I forgot to bring up right here. Where am I at? All right. So, but yeah, guys, if you want to head over into the Film Junkie closet, I finally placed 2 new shirts in the closet that, I thought it was just, one of them was an old idea and the other one was just like, not exactly original. So there, we got the Flashpoint shirt, or the Flashpoint logo. That's it's basically combining the logo of Back to the Future and the Flashpoint. We get it, time travel, blah, blah, blah. It's not like it's super original, but I put my little spin on it because I've seen other people do the logos and I'm like, not quite how I would do it. So, whoa. So we got the Flashpoint shirt. Not too bad, not too shabby. And then, of course, we got the Green Lantern Corps shirt that combines the logo of cops with Corps. Now, this is an old idea that I just kind of brought back, that I made it more simplified. But then I realized that, wow, well, Cops is canceled, and half the nation hates cops right now. So maybe that wasn't the best idea. But still, I always thought it was like an interesting idea. So go check those out if you want to get some new shirts. I just thought, I don't know, for some reason I was having like a moment of like combining things, like combining like the style of logos into like certain things. So that's where all that stemmed from right there. So not too shabby. So go check it out in the go check it out in the closet if you want to check it out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly, Jose. They are space cops. See, that was my whole thing. I actually came up with that shirt a while ago, but I did it differently. I had it as like not just the logo, not just the writing. I had it like in like a box, and then I had Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan like peeking over the side, just like a minimal design of them, and I had it as cops because I was like, oh, they're space cops. But then a lot of people kept going, you should have just put the R in there for Coors. And I just didn't. But then I pulled that shirt down a while back, and then I decided, you know what? I'm going to bring that shirt back because I always thought it was like a cool little unique design by putting by making the Green Lantern logo kind of look like the cops logo. So there you go. Lanterns. Yeah, what you going to do when they come for you? Green Lantern Coors is filmed. It's filmed on location. They should do something like that. Can you imagine? See, wouldn't that be like a funny little take on that if you had like Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart like showing up to different sectors in the vein of cops, like somebody, like some cameraman just behind them, and they're just showing up trying to, hey, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden it just erupts in like a intergalactic battle. There you go. There's your pitch right there, huh? Somebody tell the guy with the ball cap. Let's do it like that. So anyways, so go check that out, guys. Film Junkie Closet. And like I said, you patrons out there, check the post that I posted and have at it. All right, let's go to the tweets. Do I have my I guarantee I don't have my background up. I knew I didn't have my background up. All right. So, which was my background? This one right here. There you go. Look at that V-neck. Always got Snyder in this V-neck on my thumbnails. Why not? All right. So a lot of things are coming about today. I mean, it just seems like every day we get something new from Zack Snyder. We're going to be talking about certain things, of course. This one right here is another thing that he mentioned right here during this podcast that I guess he had with Dave and of course Tig. And it says, wow. So according to this interview, nobody knew about Amari's final scene in the film. Zack called him later to film it. There's definitely more to Vander Rohe than just the bite. Exactly, guys. I mean, I'm gonna die on the hill that I'm just 100% going to die on the hill that he is not the same Vander Rohe as we saw go into the safe. Okay, that is a different alternate Vander Rohe. That's what I mean. We didn't see him get bit. We didn't see anything like that. We didn't do anything like that. So. How long does shipping take? I'm not sure. It'll let you know. I don't know. Sometimes Teespring, it depends on where you're at. So, just really depends on where you're at, man. So I couldn't really tell you. I know it, like when it comes to me, it takes about, 3 or 4 days, maybe. So, and then director, of course, David F. Sandberg, basically let everybody know that, of course, I mean, this is kind of just, it's a no, I mean, obviously, Shazam's going to get a new costume. Obviously, he's going to get a new costume. That's anytime you do a superhero sequel, you're going to get a new costume. I know some people had problems with the original costume. I really didn't. I thought it was fine, even though, yes, it does look like they put a lot of padding in there. But, I still think it looked pretty good. So, but yes, Shazam getting a new costume. And then they announced for Netflix's Sandman today. Here's your cast right here for Sandman. I know. We're getting Joanna Constantine, not John Constantine, Joanna, which yes, there's no gender swap. She does exist in the source material. So there you go. And I don't know why they had to put the pronouns, but power to them. I think only one of these people only has the they them. Everybody else is basically going, hey, just call me what I look like. But okay, power to them. We are woke as fuck. Anyways, it's cool. And then speaking of woke, this one right here. Thank you, Chris Dawson, for screenshotting this. But Mr. Scott Mendelson decided to talk about Cruella with this tweet right here. As a heterosexual male, Cruella was absolutely for me too. I have always been befuddled by hetero dudes who would, example, rather spend 2 hours watching a version of Sicario where Ryan Gosling runs around in jeans and tight t-shirt over the one where Emily Blunt does. Okay? Whatever you say, sir. I'm Scott Mendelson. Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome. I come from the South, the deep South. Remember that? Remember that time when I think I was doing a pregame vodka stream when I forgot who I was I think it was Frank. Was it the Frank Grillo one? I don't know. But I was doing like a pregame vodka stream, and they were giving the award, the critics award that Zack Snyder got. And then right after that, like all of a sudden Scott Mendelson shows up, and it was going, oh my God, no, not that. And then, because I never heard the guy talk, and he does sound like Little Nicky. Okay. That's why I did that impression of Little Nicky. Adam Sandler's Little Nicky. Come on. He does sound like that. I mean, I'm Scott Mendelson. Like, whoa, buddy, you're the one that says weird shit like that. And, yeah. Anyways, that's just me. I'm lost. We need to watch Army of the Dead. Yes, you do. Watch Army of the Dead many times because you find something new every time. Speaking of Army of the Dead, looks like the Faruqi brothers for a comic book debate going to have Samantha Wynn as a guest. I love the fact that she is making the rounds. She was on League of Mayhem last night talking to the ladies, which is cool. So, yeah, she's definitely been making the rounds, which is cool. I mean, I really enjoyed talking to her. I would love to have her back on the vodka stream. That's for damn sure. And then, you know what? Spider-Man 3 has its problems, but the suit definitely was not one of the problems. This suit was sexy as hell. I mean, granted, it's just a black version of course, the regular Spidey suit. But just like how I like the black and silver Superman suit more than the regular Superman suit. There's just something about black, man. Something about black. All right. Something about when you take like something that has colors in it. I mean, I guess it's kind of funny too, because both Superman and Spider-Man's costume are red and blue. So just the fact that you make it black and silver, I don't know. There's just something sexy about it, man. And I always just really enjoyed that. So good stuff. All right. Then we'll be talking about that, of course. And then Christopher McDonald. Oh, Shooter McGavin. He's going to be in Secret Invasion, apparently. So that's pretty cool. In some mysterious role. I'm willing to bet. I'm just going to take a guess that he's going to be playing some kind of asshole federal agent. Okay? Let's just mark it right now. The time is 6:28 Pacific Standard Time PM. I'm going to guess that Christopher McDonald is going to be playing an asshole federal agent. I'm not trying to say the guy is typecasted. Yes. But, I'm just going to guess that right now. Some kind of asshole. And he's probably going to be one of the Skrulls. I don't know. He's going to scroll. I don't know. So why do I need to settle down? Don't tell me to settle down. How dare you? I'm going to put you in timeout, Jose. And then make sure if you guys are still awake tonight, but I'm sure it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube, of course. But Zach has talked. Zach filmed this thing with Stephen Colbert like 2.5 weeks ago, and finally we're going to see it tonight. So if you guys are watching Stephen Colbert tonight, whoa, Gun King, relax with the typing. Stop it. So yeah, if you guys check it out tonight at 11:35, I'm sure it's going to be on YouTube tomorrow or later tonight. Who knows? And I would never ban Jose. I was just kidding, man. So no, but anyways, yeah. So he's going to have his little thing that he's going to be doing with Stephen Colbert tonight. So that should be cool. There you go. And then, of course, we got some more images of Batman 89 comic book that I need to definitely get. Cannot wait to see it. Look at that. Billy D. Williams Two-Face, man. Billy D. Williams Two-Face. And look at, guys. You see that? You see this image right here? Why does this image make me happy? Come on. I'm going to take a little sip. You can tell me, why does this image make me happy? There is like a 10-second delay on StreamYard, so I'll give you guys some time. But why am I so happy about what am I seeing right here? Obviously you guys should know. The logo, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. It's even right there, illuminated like a bat symbol. And it's got the 3 spiked tail. Yes. Yes. And I love the fact that Billy D. Williams, his Harvey is going to be Two-Face. So, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's just, like I said, there's just something about that logo that I love so much. Where's my shirt that has that? Well, I know I have the Keaton shirt, but I also have like a regular shirt. And yes, give this man a Star Wars film. He's such a dork. Okay? This is why we love this guy. But yeah, he's also, Zack Snyder also has been talking on various podcasts that, yes, he did have a Star Wars film in mind. And yes, it was gonna be good. And you members, we'll talk a little bit more about that in my little post-show video. Okay, I'll talk just a little bit more about that. So look for the post-show vlog that I'll add to this. But Snyder has been talking about his Star Wars idea that he's pretty much reconfigured into like a sci-fi samurai flick. That I think this is the one with the female protagonist that he's trying to pitch to Netflix. It's probably gonna be huge. I think Zack Snyder's gonna create his own Star Wars. And yes, guys, maybe this is where that stupid rumor that Disney was going to buy up DC Comics or whatever. I think this is where it maybe stemmed from. In a new report with the Wall Street Journal, says Disney actually tried to purchase Warner Brothers back in 2016, but the deal with AT&T had already been made just weeks earlier. Thank God. Thank God. Please, jeez. Man, I mean, could you imagine if that happened? Oh, that would have been kind of painful. And then Ella Purnell, she's this is a good video right here, and I think I forgot to hit the audio, of course, because I always forget to do that. But listen to what she has to say, because a lot of I did it again. Jesus, come on, Dave. I know I need a producer. No, but you know how a lot of people are like, we're giving her character shit for trying to find the was it Gita? She's trying to find Gita. So this is what she had to say right here, because everybody was blaming her about how Army of the Dead ends.
Okay, guys, we need to clear something up.
I love her voice, by the way. Jeez.
A lot of y'all are saying that my character is the reason why it went tits up in Army of the Dead. You guys are not watching the movie properly.
Oh.
It's not my character. A certain someone cuts off another certain someone's head. I think you all know who I'm talking about, without giving away spoilers. And that's why shit hits the fan. It's not my character's fault. Albeit, maybe she fucked up too. But it's not her fault.
And then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys.
So there you go. Very pretty eyes, man. She has very pretty eyes. So she's trying to say that her character, but then I love at the end where she goes, well, yeah, she fucked up too. Because it's like, yeah, just a little bit, partially, if we talk about your character, she wasn't really thinking when it came to certain spots. But I mean, she's absolutely right though, when it comes to it wasn't just her. I mean, obviously it was Martin, fucking Martin. So, yeah, she's got a nice accent, English accent. Yeah, love her. And then, according to Jake, I always want to call him Jake, Jack Quaid, no one is okay in The Boys season 3. He says we are doing some insane stuff this season. I mean, both seasons of The Boys have been insane, so I can't even imagine what's happening right there. So I don't know. And yeah, here's a video of the most disappointed crocodile you'll ever see. Look at this. I thought it was funny. Look at that. He thought he was gonna have a meal. This fucking zebra is like, whatever. And then I got you. Shit. He got frustrated. See? Just missed it. And you could see he splashes like, damn it. So close though. I mean, what the hell is that zebra thinking? Oh man, the fucking animal kingdom is a scary place, man. And then Howard University will name its College of Fine Arts after the late Chadwick Boseman. I thought that was, pretty cool because, it seemed like he had a lot of humanitarian in him. He was going to be doing a lot of things and did a lot of good things. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Morgan. Appreciate that. And then, yes, can we get this to happen? Come on. It's my best Nicolas Cage impression. Could you imagine if we had Nicolas Cage in a Zack Snyder film? Let's get him. Let's get him in Army of the Dead 2. Let's make it happen there, folks. That's right. Let's get him in there. Come on. Yeah. I got to work on my Cage. But that'd be pretty sweet. And then good old freaking...
Need a bag for this? I'm here to
Ray
make
Porter.
the mundane seem a little more Ray Porter-like.
I can listen to this
Cashier
man talk
number
like
8.
this.
Please, in 500 feet, turn right on Broadway. Start by pressing the power button.
Yes.
Once the water boils, then add your pasta. Rewind 2 minutes. I'll take $15 on pump number 4. Please. Currently, it's 76 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly sunny skies. Do you need a timeout? Don't forget to water your plants. Getting your selection from Audible.
Yes.
Press play.
God, we love Ray. We just love Ray, don't we? Gotta love that guy. Good old Ray Porter. Like I said, I can listen to him narrate all kinds of things. And then Netflix Geeked, they put out this about the VR. Oops, no. We talked about the VR. I guess they're going to be doing like a VR thing, which, oh man, it just froze up. How dare you? But Netflix Geek, Battle the Dead, Save the Living, Army of the Dead, Viva Las Vengeance, an all new immersive VR experience is coming this summer, guys. Yeah. If you guys don't think there's going to be an Army of the Dead sequel announced by Netflix, I don't know. You're not paying attention to what's going on. They're just taking their time. They're taking their time. And then we got Shazam Cam. All right. What is going on my Twitter all of a sudden? There we go. Got the little symbol on it. So that's pretty cool. We'll be talking about that, of course. And then Mr. Mighty Pegasus himself, he just did a new thing where he did Wayne T. Carr's Green Lantern, new drawing. The man is talented as hell. Look at that. Yeah, he took a little break from Twitter, which good for you. I wish I could do that. So there you go. And then, of course, the new shirts right there. Gotta love it. And then, this popped up. Of course, you can pre-order your Scorpion from the Mortal Kombat movie Pop, which comes with a sword and looking badass. And then there you go. Jenna Coleman is cast as Constantine. Joanna Constantine. Like I said, it's not like some gender swap thing. Thank God. Let's see. Is the Joel Schumacher Batman Forever cut coming out? I think it's going to. I really think it's going to. Sounds like it, according to the producer, Mr. Goldsmith. I always forget. Akira. He was hinting at it, so I think it's going to happen. Yeah. So, and then this was interesting right here, guys. Hash flags, pretty much like Us United, Zack Snyder's Justice League, released the Snyder Cut. Hash flags, they said that it got brought back. So these hash flags are going to be back in there with, of course, their very own logo. And apparently it's probably because, obviously we got, it's going to be coming in, South America, Latin America. Pretty much HBO Max is going to be expanding next month. Pretty much this is, a lot of us were kind of going, why the hell are these hashtags coming back with the emojis? It's looking like it's because of that, but it was just kind of interesting that we saw like one after the other of like all these hashtags with the emojis. Pretty interesting stuff. And then some good art right here when it comes to the Batman little comic book covers. Gotta love it. Wanted. Right here. So here's a little trailer right here. The fantastic launch of HBO Max in Latin America, arriving in 39 countries of the region on June 29th, costing oval currencies equivalent to around $3 to $4 a month. More in the tweets thread below. So yes, there's all of that. And for some reason, why is this unavailable? Why did Netflix remove this? What the fuck? Well, whatever. Okay. Basically, what that tweet was, guys. Basically, what that tweet was. Oh man, totally forgot about that. Basically, what that tweet was Netflix #1 movie in the world is Army of the Dead. So, gotta love that. Basically, when we look at Warner Brothers, we look at all the haters. What we're saying? We're saying this.
Fuck you!
That's it right there. That's right. New drop. Perfect. And then, of course, guys, you guys saw this right here, but MGM is now owned by Amazon. So let's hope they don't replace the Lion, because the Lion is near and dear to our hearts. But yes, MGM has purchased, Amazon has purchased MGM. And I mean, does this mean that all the content like James Bond and all the fucking shit that they own is going to be on Amazon's content list? Yes, but they still want to do theatrical releases. So don't worry. It's not going to be, good. It's not going to be that bad. So don't worry. So yeah, but that's what happened. That's what happened. And then I thought, if I had Vanessa Nader right here, she asked, like, quote tweet with the scene that you would want to create in your life. And she put this scene. I'm like, well, I'm with you on that, because I wouldn't mind, recreating this scene from True Lies. Yeah, I wouldn't mind recreating that. Sounds fun. Definitely sounds fun. So there you go, guys. There you go. Bond TV series. I know. It does seem like that would be a no-brainer, but do you think they would actually do that? I don't know. Where are they going to take Bond next? Daniel Craig, I mean, this is going to be the last one. Where are they going to take the character next? Because obviously when it came to Casino Royale, I mean, it was pretty damn amazing what they did. I mean, it was just like let's put some adrenaline into Bond, into James Bond. And man, did they fucking do that. When you watch that opening sequence, when it comes to Casino Royale, that parkour, it's pretty intense. You're like, all right, this is definitely a somewhat different James Bond. It's like, but what did they do next? And as much as I know we want like Henry Cavill to be like the next James Bond, I'm like, nah, just get somebody else. I mean, I get it. He would be a very good James Bond, yes, but let's get somebody else. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, new drop. And that's pretty much, like I said, when it comes to haters, when it comes to even saying stuff, when it comes to, when we actually get the official numbers and we're looking at Warner Brothers. Yeah.
Fuck you!
One of the best scenes in Tremors. Do yourself a favor if you haven't watched Tremors. Anyways, guys. All right. Zack Snyder talks alternate Batman actor and almost Dark Knight connection. That's right. So I was always wondering about this too when it comes to the Dark Knight connection, because I don't know if you guys remember, there was a lot of people back, before BVS came out. A lot of people were thinking, I mean, I remember there was scoops, there was rumors that BVS took place in the Dark Knight universe. They thought like, oh, okay, they're just going to combine it, and they're going to bring Christian Bale back. The logo on the satellite, the Wayne logo, looks like the logo in Dark Knight. I think I even made a video about it a long time ago when I was like, nah, that would be stupid, because it's just the dark, Christopher Nolan's universe really is so grounded in reality. It's like, how do you fit a Superman character in there? But according to Zack Snyder, that was a possibility. It definitely was a possibility. So he said it on, let's see, here we go. So right here, I forgot which podcast it was, damn it. But it said Zack Snyder says that they were in talks of placing Man of Steel in the Nolan Batman universe with, I guess this was previous. Obviously, it wasn't about BVS, but, when it came to Man of Steel, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt taking up the mantle of Batman. It was not 100% off the table. We did talk about it a little bit. Yeah, there's always going to be conversations. There's always going to be conversations about that, and it does make sense given how successful the Dark Knight trilogy was. So you kind of think like, hey, how do we get Superman? Can we get Superman in this? Huh? But it wouldn't have worked. And I don't think people would have accepted it when you have Robin playing Batman. Robin Blake. Robin. Blake. Ugh. Is Blake his last name, right? Remember, my whole gripe about that. What did Joel Schumacher say if Batman let Two-Face die in what? Bryce, you're like tripping me out with these like hashtag type comments, but I appreciate the super chats, but let's see. Nice. You're okay, let's see. Not even Dick Grayson. I know. See, that's the thing. It's like I just wish that they would have done something like that. Well, your name is Robert Blake. Why don't you, or what? Not Robert Blake. What was his actual full name? It was John Blake, right? Which is a very generic name. It would have been nice. Like, I thought it would have been a lot better. She goes like, why do you go by John Blake? Why don't you go by your real name, Richard Grayson? Then I would have been like, okay. I would have been fine with that. But not Robin. It was like, ugh. Zach did contemplate Bailman. And with Wayne Manor, sometime line elements, I felt some connections were there initially. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, it definitely was on the table. That's why I'm glad that he actually said that. BF means, I'm like, best friend? Batman Forever. There you go. So that's what BF means. Okay, so your initial super chat said, did Joel Schumacher say if Batman let Two-Face die in Batman Forever? I don't know. It's a good question. I mean, he threw the coins up, right? Are you trying to say that might have been a reshoot or something like that? I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. And then Zack Snyder, because, he's fucking, Zack Snyder. He also talked about like if Ben Affleck wasn't going to do if he wasn't going to be Batman, because Ben was on the fence. He didn't think like, oh no, I'm in my 40s. What are you thinking? Even though that's exactly where he wanted his Batman, but Ben was on the fence. So obviously they had other actors lined up, and apparently this is the actor that was next in line who was going to be asked next. I can't even say his name. Matthias Skonarts. I don't know. This guy right here would have been interesting. Don't really see it. Not as, I mean, he was in his 30s at the time, so he wasn't exactly of age of what Zach really wanted, but apparently, yes, he was going to be the second choice. And also, yes, I mean, Josh Brolin was also considered. I think Josh Brolin was like immediately considered. I think if I remember correctly, I think Zach was like, all right, I remember hearing some information where Josh Brolin was actually the first choice. And then I don't know if he like full on turned it down or what the hell, but this guy's been in various movies. You see him pop up every now and again, but yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so glad it didn't happen. So glad we got this guy. Yes. That guy with the chin and everything. I think we're happy with this guy, huh? So much that we want more. So, I don't know. Just interesting stuff right there. So, Brolin would have been it's funny. I think it was, even though Sin City 2 sucked, yeah. When I was watching that, I kept on thinking, man, he would be a good Batman. He would be a pretty good Batman, Josh Brolin, but now he's Thanos, and now that's what it is. So thank you, DJ, appreciate that, Brolin. But yeah, Batfleck, you can't just pass up. I mean, it's so good. I mean, I love even though it's concept art, I just love it. Mr. McKenzie, you're awesome, sir. You're awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Just helping out that part, Chippy's my first matey. Arr. Brolin would have 100%. Yeah, no, when you think of Brolin, you're like, all right, that's Dark Knight Returns. Anyway, speaking of crazy castings that happened today, Aaron Taylor Johnson cast as Craven the Hunter. Who saw this coming? Did you see that coming? No, you didn't see that coming. Not at all. So, yeah, Mr. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
What the hell?
Act like a bitch, get slapped like a bitch.
That's right. Words to live by. Another new drop. I was just like, hey, let me find something that has to do with Aaron Taylor Johnson. And I thought that was a good clip from Kick-Ass 2, of course. Yeah, so there we go. Now Quicksilver. I mean, this is what I see it, and I love Aaron Taylor Johnson. I think he's going to knock it out, and I totally see it. I mean, the guy can grow that fucking beard, totally has the look. You know, he's bulked up before. He'll probably bulk up even bigger than he's ever been before. So yeah, he's going to be Craven right there. So that just kind of goes, okay. So I'm just trying to like figure it out here. I mean, we got the Sonyverse. I guess that's where this takes place in, because that'd be a little confusing. Long as it's not fucking Evan Peters as Ralph Boner, I'm okay. Long as it's not Ralph Boner. That's good. But I mean, it is kind of weird. It's like, all right, so he was a character over here in this world once. But I mean, I guess when he's going to have the beard and the look, he's not going to look anything like the Quicksilver character. But, you know, what can you do? Like I said.
What the hell?
Act like a bitch, get slapped like a bitch.
That's right. That's right. All these villains fit better with Garfield. Yeah, I know. Venom fits better with Garfield. Yeah, Craven definitely does. But, you know, I guess we'll see what happens. But, yeah, that was the big news today. The big casting that you didn't see that coming. Yeah. I know, just recycling. But at the same time, I like Aaron Taylor Johnson, though. You know, I loved his character. I totally forgot that he was in Tenet. And I love his character in Tenet. Small role, but I love this character. You know, I loved him in Godzilla 2014. Thought he was great. So, but the only thing that when you watch Godzilla 2014, the only thing that throws you off is the fact that, yeah, you know, Elizabeth Olsen is his wife, so they have like these romantic scenes, and you're going, Jesus Christ, I just saw you as brother and sister in that Marvel movie. This is weird. It's weird. Okay? You guys are fucking making out. I don't know how I feel. It's just like the same year, too. I think that kind of threw people off. Did it throw you off? It's like, oh, wait a minute. You guys were brother and sister in this other movie. And now you're, it's weird. Yeah. PTSD. Sweet Home Alabama. Right? Jeez. Anyways, all right. So J.J. Abrams on Star Wars mishap. That's right. You know, I mean, we joke about Anne with a plan, but apparently, you know, when it came to Star Wars, I mean, I never wanted to believe it, because it's like, it's fucking Star Wars. How can you not have a full-fledged plan for a new trilogy? I'm like, how do you not do that? But apparently that was the case, and this is what J.J. Abrams had to say about it. All right, so it says, I've been involved in a number of projects that have been, in most cases, series that have ideas that begin the thing where you feel like you know where it's going to go, and sometimes it's an actor who comes in, other times it's a relationship that as written doesn't quite work, and things that you think are gonna just be so well received just crash and burn, and other things that you think like, oh, that's a small moment, or that's a one episode character, suddenly become a hugely important part of the story. I feel like what I've learned as a lesson a few times now, and it's something that, especially in this pandemic year working with writers, has become clear. The lesson is that you have to plan things as best as you can, and you always need to be able to respond to the unexpected. And the unexpected can come in all sorts of forms, and I do think that there's nothing more important than knowing where you're going. And it continues, acknowledge that sometimes the plan is the thing that gets in the way. He says right here, there are projects that I've worked on where we had some ideas, but we hadn't worked through them enough. Sometimes we had some ideas, but then we weren't allowed to do them the way we wanted to. I've had all sorts of situations where you plan things in a certain way and you suddenly find yourself doing something that's 180 degrees different. And then sometimes it works really well and you feel like, wow, that really came together. And other times you think, oh my God, I can't believe this is where we are. And sometimes when it's not working out, it's because it's what you planned. And other times when it's not working, it's also because you didn't have a plan. So talking about that, of course, I like this shot right here, though. This is a pretty cool shot of him and what's his nuts, Mr. Driver. You just never know, but having a plan, I have learned in some cases the hard way, is the most critical thing, because otherwise you don't know what you're setting up. You don't know what to emphasize, because if you don't know the inevitable of the story, you're just as good as your last sequence or effect or joke or whatever, but you want to be leading to something inevitable. So there you go. Kind of going, yeah, they didn't have a fucking plan, which of course we all have seen. I mean, it does kind of suck that, it seemed like JJ had something like, I'm going to set up the base, the ground, and then you guys go ahead. And then we had, of course, Rian Johnson. A lot of people don't like Last Jedi. I still can enjoy Last Jedi. Yeah, there's things in there I go, what the fuck were you thinking? But there's things in there I go, that's good. That's good. What you did right there, it's good. But yeah, but I was refusing. You can even go back and see old videos of mine or tweets or something like. I was refusing to believe that they didn't have a plan, because it's like, it's Lucasfilm. You're one of the biggest franchises. How could you not have an outline of where things are going to go? And yeah, they didn't. And they just kind of rehashed a lot of things throughout. They were trying to repair what The Last Jedi did, because it was so divisive. And it ended up being like a shit show when it came to Rise of Skywalker. I mean, there's some good things that happen in Rise of Skywalker, but it is so crammed. I mean, that's how I explained Rise of Skywalker, was just like, they were trying to cram all this shit into this ball of like, this, I don't know. They're just trying to do something with it. And I mean, it would have been nice if we actually saw more. I don't know. I don't know what they could have done. And they should have made it. Maybe they should have just made a fucking 2 trilogies. I don't know. There's just so much there. I mean, I really wish that we would have saw like a Ben Solo be like a mixture between Han Solo and Luke. Well, I think he'd be better than Luke Skywalker. Well, no, not necessarily. But can you imagine just a Han Solo type character that's also a Jedi? There was so much there that they could have did with Ben. The fact that he was part Jedi, part Skywalker, and part Solo, to have a character that was both, that's where they should have went. I mean, now like really thinking about it, they should have went that direction. Had him, be the bad guy in the first one, but then all of a sudden, like, start transitioning him big time, which I think they were trying to do. I think that's what Rian Johnson was kind of trying to do, but it just would have been nice to have like that combination of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker in one character. So, he could be like that smuggler gangster guy with the fucking, the blaster right there doing some shit like that, as well as a lightsaber. I mean, it just would have been like a pretty cool like idea, man. It just would have been a pretty cool, like, they should have just did more with that, with his character, I think. Instead of just going like, okay, now you're good and now you're dead. I mean, I love the scenes where it's Ben Solo. It's not Kylo Ren. It's Ben Solo. Because then all of a sudden you feel like he is a Solo. You feel like he's Han. I mean, when that's that shot where he pulls the lightsaber from behind him and then does this, and then he goes, I love that. And that whole sequence is awesome. Probably that's the best sequence in Rise of Skywalker, in my opinion, when he just goes like that and he just, he does like this traditional like Solo. That's what Han Solo's kid would do. And then he just fucking fucked everybody up. But then that's all we get. He dies. So much wasted right there. Jesus. Sorry. Fucking Disney. All right. Anyways, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about, because it's groovy, of course, because I love the series, love everything about it. Evil Dead, coming to HBO Max in its own series. That's right. Sequel series, apparently. All right, so it says right here that we're going to get an Evil Dead series on HBO Max, which that's cool, but I'm kind of curious to see where they're going with this. Evil Dead sequel, Evil Dead Rise, coming to HBO Max with Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell executive producing. Okay, so 40 years after the release of Evil Dead, the supernatural, blah, blah, blah. Unlike the predecessors, Evil Dead Rise is set for release on streamers, HBO Max, Canal Plus in the UK and Metropolitan in France. Let's see. We got all that. Blah, blah, blah. The franchise was revived. And you know what? And even like the soft reboot by Mr. Alvarez, I thought it was pretty good. And even Ash vs. Evil Dead was pretty good too. But the next chapter in the saga builds off the original trilogy rather than the 2013 reboot and moves the action out of the woods and into the city. The twisted tale centers on two estranged sisters portrayed by Alyssa Sutherland and Lily Sullivan, whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them into a primal battle of survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. So is somebody going to be related to Ash here? I don't know. Cool. I'm all right with that. More Evil Dead, the better. I remember there was like, it's so funny because when it comes to the Evil Dead franchise over the years, I remember when Freddy versus Jason came out, there was talks about the sequel was going to be Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. And I remember being very excited about that. I was going, yeah, can we have that, please? And it never came to fruition. I don't understand why there wasn't more. Wasn't Freddy versus Jason pretty successful? I mean, it ended up turning into an action movie. I mean, literally, Freddy Krueger was doing like roundhouse kicks and shit. It was kind of weird, but it still was entertaining. And I wanted that. And then, of course, you had the 2013 reboot, which is not a bad reboot at all. I mean, the gore level in that thing, you watch that. There's so many times where I'm like, the gore level is exquisite when it comes to the reboot. And then I heard that they were going to combine that with, with the original timeline, because it does talk, obviously when it comes to the original, you got dimensions and weird shit like that. So I don't know. I'm all about it because I love me some Evil Dead. Is my all-time favorite. The original Evil Dead is my all-time favorite horror movie. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens to Bear Dead. So, all right, guys. So that's all the topics I wanted to talk about. Man, so much things to talk about. Let's get to the let's get some Twitter questions here. I'm Scott Mendelson. Welcome to the critics. Sorry. Oh man. Hey, that guy. That guy is such a weirdo. Such a weirdo. Anyways, all right. Some Twitter questions here. Matthew Kempf. So, JJ, Catherine Kennedy, Iger, all passed on George's plan. Yeah, that's another thing. George Lucas actually had like a plan for a sequel trilogy. According to the Esquire article today, and even the script, Kevin Trevorrow's Duel of Fates, which, yes, sounded better than Rise of Skywalker, was infinitely better than what we got. What shenanigans will happen with Anne's plan at WB? Not that she has one. Yeah, she does not really have. I think she thinks she has one, but she doesn't really have one. Edward, hey, Dave, so much DC content is starting to shoot and film. Also, the DCEU is the connectivity universe where DC multiverse is stories like the Batman and Joker and JJ Superman film existing in the multiverse, just like Marvel tried with Quicksilver but messed it up with WandaVision. Yes, they definitely did that. Jesus Christ. WandaVision was so good, but that part was so disappointing, man. Why is the Schumacher cut looking like more of a possibility than the Ayer cut? Not that I'm complaining because I love Batman Forever, but would the Ayer cut be another thing that makes Warner Brothers look even more like idiots? Yes. Because think about it. I mean, we're talking about a 25-year-old movie. You know, when it comes to Batman Forever, if they release like an alternate cut of that, oh yeah, it's just a director's cut of Batman Forever. That's what it is. You know, when it comes to Suicide Squad, the Ayer cut, that's way too fresh. And it's part of the Snyderverse, which, of course, they're trying to step away from. So that's what it is. That's what it is right there, man. Freaking assholes. Jeez. Imagine Denis Villeneuve, I can never say his name right, directed Deathstroke movie? I want that so badly. What do you think? No, Brandon. No. Nah, Dennis, no, he should not be directing a Deathstroke movie. No. Let's leave that to Gavin O'Connor or whatever. Yeah, Let's leave that to like some big action director. Let's give Denai like Batman Beyond, or let's give him something where, I don't know. I just don't see him really nailing Deathstroke too much. So I don't know. That's just me. What's with the Wart Stew channel? Is this shit's legit, Mike G? He's very clickbaity. So watch out. Just saying there, Mike G. That guy, yeah. Very clickbaity, and I called him out one time, and then he tried to call me out for making fun of his, I think he said he had dyslexia, because I was like, dude, you like misspelled something in your thumbnail, in your bullshit thumbnail. And then he tried to point that out. I'm like, I didn't know that you had problems with that. How the hell was I supposed to know? I'm just calling you out on your bullshit fucking title and thumbnail that you have. So yeah, I would be very wary about that guy. It's very wary. There's a lot of things where I've seen like his stuff come about. And I'm like, all right, that's very clickbaity and not true. So just to warn you. Yeah, see, there you go, Mike G, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think he could do anything, but I just don't see him. I don't see him legend. I'm like with you. He could probably do anything that, that he's a magical filmmaker. I just don't see him doing a Deathstroke movie, so Brad, think the Schumacher cut might help move the needle on the Ayer cut. Also I don't know if it would move it, but maybe. Also in general, what other discarded projects do you think could be dusted off as a result? I personally hope the Neil Blomkamp Alien movie. Oh yeah. You guys remember that? Neil Blomkamp, he literally had concept art, which he would do a sequel to Aliens. We would ignore Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, the Joss Whedon one. Oh, man. Yeah, it would basically be a sequel to Aliens where, you'd have Hicks with his fucked up face. You'd have Newt. You'd have, it would just be, it'd be a sequel to, I definitely would love to have that. Mark Webb. I get what you mean, Dave. Agree to disagree. Yeah. No, I mean, I think he could do that movie, but then, oof. I don't know. I see more of like a big time action director doing Deathstroke. Ronak. What's up, Dave? Question. I hated Kate in Army of the Dead. And do you think, is there any timeline in which she dies? Jeez, dude. Can she just die? No. To redeem herself, to save her dad? I don't know. I know. I mean, we just talked about, Ella backing up her character. So, and then we got Eric Blake. True story, Dave. Monday, I grabbed an 8-ball from the shelf and I go, will Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 be announced this year? Twice in a row, it goes, ask again. Third time's a charm. I asked, will Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 be announced this year? And the answer was, most likely. Well, I mean, we all know that magic 8-balls are magical. So you heard it here first, folks. We have a magic 8-ball that said it. So, here we go. I mean, it's been a while, but I mean, I'm going to flash it up right now. Exclusivo! Magic 8-ball! I mean, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I hope your magic 8-ball's right there, Eric. Let's see what happens. But, I mean, the fact that it was reluctant at first. Yep, we already saw that. Hey, Dave, any updates on Tron 3? Yeah, I haven't heard anything about Tron 3. I mean, Tron 3 has literally been in development for how many years now? I mean, I remember hearing about Jared Leto being a part of it 3-4 years ago. I don't know where it's at. Just pay attention to Jared Leto's Instagram, I guess. So, I don't know. Bradley, what's up, Dave? Have you, if you could bring a beloved TV series back for one season, what would it be? Have a great rest of your day. Good question. Even though I wouldn't say Family Matters, well, maybe I would do Family Matters because I've been watching. I've been doing a rewatch of Family Matters. I tell you what, man. When it comes to Family Matters, man, watching it now, older, holy shit! You could see every season it gets cringier and cheesier with Steve Urkel and stuff like that. I mean, man. I watched the first episode of season 4, and they literally, Carl and Steve go on gladiators. American Gladiators. Remember that show? I mean, there's a lot of ridiculousness that they get in with Steve with like the Urkel bot and everything. You're kind of going, holy shit, man. They just like, the show was supposed to be about a family living in Chicago, cop as, you know, the head of the household and all that stuff. It's called Family Matters. And man, it just turned into the Steve Urkel show. And man, it definitely gets crazy. Hey, Perfect Strangers. That's the next show I'm going to watch because that's also on Hulu, man. I'm going to watch Perfect Strangers. That was another show I watched as a kid. Not as frequently as I watched Family Matters, though. And then, of course, there's Step by Step. I remember when Disney Plus came out, I fucking dove back into Boy Meets World, which they try to bring back Boy Meets World with Girl Meets World, and apparently it only lasted like 2 seasons. So, all right, Stephen Brody. With the merger with Discovery happening, it would be hard to imagine any type of new DC project announcements coming soon, don't you think? 4 months until the next fandom. I feel like we may be entering a quiet few months. You might be right. Not everything's going to be instant. I know we're craving all kinds of stuff, but I don't know. And then finally, Ryan, Vince Vaughn would make a great Harvey Dent Two-Face in the Snyderverse or any verse. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe for Batfleck. Harvey Dent for Batfleck. Could be. I don't know. So, not looking good for the Dodgers. Oh, the Dodgers losing right now. Oh, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to drop that one. That'd be cool. Hopefully. I mean, they're playing the Astros, though, right? Still. Trying to see. Is the Giants playing yet? Coin bites. What? Let's see. Boop, boop. No, they haven't started yet. Oh, we got Cueto. Giants got Cueto on the mound. That's good. I guess for that. But, yeah, they haven't started yet. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't even know what the standings are right now. Shut up, Dave. No, you shut up. Okay? Okay, Jose?
Fuck you!
I've been meaning to put that drop in there for so long because I remember as a kid, my mom can actually see it. So the drop is not towards you, Mom. Of course not. Love you. No, but I remember, yeah, that was always like one of the funniest parts of that. So iPhone or Android? I'm an Android guy. Never been an iPhone guy. Yet I have an iMac and a MacBook. You figure that one out. I was never into the iPhone, but I love their computers. I don't know. I'm a weirdo like that. It's not towards you, Mom. Don't worry. No. Definitely not. Yeah.
I have an idea.
Oh, yeah. That's what I got to say about that. So don't worry. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead. Is Real Emotion or Garza and Ben on? I'm like totally running over my time right now. So I don't remember them like posting anything. Then again, I wasn't paying too close to my Twitter right now. So if they are on, make sure you head over there and to the Real Anarchy channel and check out their stuff. And like I said, make sure you check out the new shirts. You want to get some new shirts. And like I said, you patrons out there, check your feed. Gave you guys a little promo code for being, special and dear. So if you want to get in there and get any merchandise, that's merchandise. I got to get that drop. In the Film Junkie closet, go ahead and do so. Like I said, they got the 2 new shirts, the Flashpoint and the Coors shirt. Check that out, guys, and hit that like, thumbs up before you leave. Hit that notification bell. Do all that stuff. And like I said, if you want to become a member, become a Film Junkie member, I always do post-show videos. Sometimes I do a post-show stream. I'm going to do a video today, so I appreciate you guys doing all that. And then, yeah, guys, when it comes to, of course, Wednesday, no show tomorrow. Then you get the vodka stream on Friday. Still trying to lock it down. I mean, I'm probably going to have – I do think I'll have a certain guest at the 8 o'clock show, but I'm trying to get something for a pregame show. See what happens with that. Not sure if it's going to work out, but I guess we'll see. And then, yeah, I'll be seeing the Quiet Place 2 tomorrow, so expect my first reaction review Be posted tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. So, all right, guys. Just because I want to drop the drops again, I'm just gonna play them again.
Fuck you!
I love that laugh. The laugh. And by the way, Kevin Bacon has stated that the only movie of his that he's watched multiple times is Tremors. And he's been wanting to do a sequel. And they even shot for like Sci-Fi Channel. They did like a pilot episode that revolved around his character and Tremors, as opposed to like stepping away from all the B-roll shit, like all the sequels that have come out with Burt. It's like, come on. Yeah, okay. You guys got ridiculous with that shit. Let's go back to the original shit and have Kevin Bacon back. And they shot like or am I like losing my mind? Did that not happen? Was I like in another timeline? Because I remember there was like a trailer for Kevin Bacon coming back as Val. Am I losing my mind? All right. I don't know why I'm waiting to the end of the show to talk about that, but also words to live by.
What the hell?
Act like a bitch, get slapped like a bitch.
Oh, that's right. All right, guys. Ranting and raving as per usual. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.